Welcome to the Customer Management IQ video interview series. We are on site today at the 3rd Annual Customer Experience Summit, and I'm your host, Corey Bennett. Joining me right now is Jennifer Budzinski of EMC. She is the Director of Customer Quality and also runs the Voice of the Customer and Quality Reporting Program. Jennifer's presentation this morning was called Bringing Valuable Insights Front and Center with Innovative Feedback Management and Analysis. Jennifer, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
So I know you at EMC used to have a lot of different metrics you're using to cover voice of the customer feedback. You narrowed that down significantly. How hard was that? How did you determine how to do that? And was there a lot of pushback when you tried to implement that process?
Okay, sure. Let's see, it was difficult.
Yeah.
It took well over a year to narrow down the focus on metrics of what we should be looking at from a customer point of view. And one of the ways we did that was we pulled in all of the different functional organizations and pulled them into a room and started hammering out what kind of metric do you measure today that you think impacts a customer. And that came up with 100 metrics right off the bat. So we knew that wasn't the proper thing to do.
Yeah.
So then it took some more time to whittle down and actually start challenging one another as to which metric is actually customer impacting. And that's how we came down to the select few.
So once you got to that point, the next step is setting goals, which can be really tough because there's not really an accepted best practices out there. What was your process behind setting those goals, and how have you met those goals and then started to reestablish them as you move forward?
Sure. So the Global Services Organization, or Remote Support, and our Field Support Organization was the biggest supporter for the program. Little easier to establish targets or goals against. So we worked with them, we established a baseline, so you have to have a team that's willing to put a few quarters under their belt of figuring out what is the proper way to go. And in order to set a target or a goal, we had to go out and get industry expertise on which is the best way for a remote support organization. And that was the beginning, was gradually introducing targets. You don't go out and fully introduce a target or a goal to everything you're measuring. Start focused.
Yeah.
Go little at a time and then you'll get there.
It definitely sounds like one of the lessons you've taken away from this process. What are some other lessons you've learned, and what are some of the pitfalls that most companies commonly fall into? Sure.
So I would say chasing our naysayers. We like to call those the naysayers, or the ones that are fighting you the most on your data. They don't believe it, so they think there's nothing wrong. And so we spent a lot of time trying to convince them that this was the right thing to do. In reality, we had some great supporters, and we felt it was, we just weren't going in that direction. So if I had to make a recommendation, focus on the people that believe in you and that will give you that support to move on.
And this is internally, correct?
Internally, absolutely. And promote, just keep promoting and get a quick win under your belt, and you will change those naysayers over.
Quick win, easier said than done,
yes,
certainly.
No kidding. Those quick wins could take 6 months to a year to get, but you will get there.
So you guys constantly are innovating with so many technology solutions. Moving forward, I know you have the Green Plum initiative. Sure. Can you tell me a bit about how you anticipate that moving data collection forward?
Sure. So we were very lucky at EMC to acquire Green Plum as a company, and when we did, we were right at the time of figuring out how we're going to automate our product quality metrics and tying them into voice of customer metrics. And right now it's always been very manual. So lots of people reading and trying to analyze the data and pulling everything together. Yeah. So with Green Plum, we've already produced a proof of concept with a Green Plum technology where my quality organization has been able to pump in millions and millions of records through Green Plum, and today it actually takes 6 days to produce some of the analysis that we need to do. And with Green Plum, we pushed the same thing through, and it was minutes.
Wow.
So the next challenge is to continue rolling that out into our own organization, and then the big thing for us by next year is our hope is to tie voice of customer with the product quality through a reporting system that can predict, based on voice of the customer and product quality, what's going to happen in the future.
You said that's by next year, the hope is?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Wow. So right now we're doing everything manually, but Green Plum and with a SaaS solution, we're actually seeing benefits right away from an automated approach.
I look forward to seeing this roll out. It certainly seems like something that's kind of pie in the sky right now. But
it's amazing, and to see the results as right now, it's quite exciting.
Terrific.
My team's excited.
Terrific. Well, thanks for sharing your insight today, Jennifer.
Great.
I appreciate you joining me.
Great, thank you.
And to our viewers out there, you can check out more of our videos at customermanagementiq.com. Again, I'm your host, Corey Bennett. Thanks for watching.